Ever wonder what happens if you use a Tetra Pak print as a base for mixed media? Usually printmaking paper just can't handle watercolor, but let's break the rules and see what happens when we try it. So here's our print. I think it came out pretty well. We're going to start off with some Inktense pencils in the baked earth. And we're just going to use our little sensory stone stamp here. I'll make sure to leave a link to these above. I just want to kind of mimic this little area here. And I feel like it might be kind of cool to put some marks through here. Maybe a little bit more Inktense on here. When you get the Inktense wet, they're going to act like ink, and they are not going to lift up. They dry permanent, which is kind of cool. So I think I want to put a line coming through here at the baked earth. Just like through here, and maybe down through here. I kind of want to just bring it through the whole piece to kind of bring it together. So I mixed up a brown with the undersea green. I put the paper down. Now this was watercolor paper. It's it might warp a little bit since it's not taped down. I could have taped it down, but really like this color coming through here. Just gonna sort of add some marks through there. And I might add just a little bit of the undersea green to make some marks through here as well. So I want it to be a little darker down here. Let's come in with our scraper and make some marks coming down this way. Then I'm going to come in with a little bit more of this brown. Just in here to kind of give it a little bit of darkness over here. Ooh, that really made those lines show up. That's cool. Get my fingers in there. I also have this sort of stitching tool for pattern making. I'm just going to run it through here a little bit, and it's kind of making these little dots. I'm not sure if you guys can see that. I used it up here for these little dots through here on the Tetra Pak print. You don't want to press too hard though, because it will damage your paper if you press too hard. So I mix up a little of the manganese blue with some Payne's gray, just to put up here in the sky. See my thumbprint up there. Fun. I'm going to do just a little bit more manganese blue up here at the top. Really like that color because it's granulating and it makes really beautiful color. Okay, let's add in some of this sort of maroon purpley oil pastel. Let's add some marks through here. Ooh, that's bright. Pastels over watercolor always shock me sometimes because it's a pretty cool effect. Okay, I like that, but what happens if we scrape back in a little bit? It feels very solid. Kind of wanted more texture through there. I like how it's interacting with the Tetra Pak layers. I think we need another color though. Like, does this come up here? Maybe it comes like right through here just a little bit. Let's come in with this yellow ochre color. These are the Haya pastels from Paul Rubens. You guys seen me use those before. I really like them. Very creamy. Ooh, I like that. I like how that over the some of that red is showing through, or that maroon. I'm gonna add a little bit more. Really want a little bit more drama here. Bring a bit more color up through here with this sort of teal color. And I'm going to add some white in there. Oh, yellow. Evil. The good thing about oil pastels is that you can cover up your mistakes pretty easily. And I am always afflicted with dirty finger syndrome because I'm not good at keeping my fingers clean. Ooh, I like that. Just adding a bit more drama up here. Some of those wispy, sort of summery clouds. Okay, I feel like I want a shape coming through here. So I'm going to use this brown. See what happens. I don't know, it's missing something. I don't know what it is. I don't know if that helped or hurt. The problem I'm having is that it feels very disjointed between the print and what I'm putting on top. I'm not really liking the energy in this piece right now. And I don't just want to cover everything up with pastel. That helped a little. Okay, let's come in with our Jumbo Jet charcoal pencil. Let's make a mark coming this way. Let's see what that does. Okay, that helped a little bit, I think. If we made another mark kind of coming this way. Okay, that one got a little out of control. Okay. Okay, I've got the stencil out here, and I'm going to use some of my Marabou crayon. I'm just going to put it right through here. It's going to be a lot. I feel like I need something that's bold and unifying. Sometimes when I work on these mixed media pieces, I get a little too involved in keeping things and not making the right marks, which can happen. So I really like the piece, the printed Tetra Pak piece. And I feel like I'm just trying to keep it intact when that's really not what the piece needs. So hopefully this will do something. Let's see what happens. Okay, I don't hate that. I'm going to add another layer of movement. I'm going to add a little bit more. Oh, my crayon's almost done. That's not good. And I could have used oil pastel here. That would have worked as well. There we go. I just want to continue that line just a little bit. Okay. I like that. So I think the problem I'm having is with this white netting up here. So let's take some of this white Marabou art crayon on the deli paper. What happens if we put a mark kind of coming down through there? Let's use this guy. I'm thinking if I add just a mark that kind of brings, we'll start off slow. This could be a bad idea. Yeah, that's not really working. That's not quite what I wanted it to do. Okay, what happens if we just take some white pastel and sort of maybe soften those marks a little bit? I think I just made it worse. Maybe I should stop, because I think I'm making it worse. Okay, I'm going to try this stencil. It's like a handwriting stencil, like a messy handwriting stencil. But it's got some cool shapes in here. I don't know. It's, it might bring... I'm just thinking if I can bring the attention away from it. It feels just a little stuck on right now. Let's see what happens there. Okay. That feels flowier to me. It was just that it was stuck there. Like it didn't make any sense why it was there to begin with. And that can be a problem. Let's go ahead and put in another piece of the stencil. That makes sense. Maybe so I can bring it over into this area. Okay, I'm gonna stop right there. Okay, I like that better. It feels like it's not just, I don't know, it seems to make more sense to me, but it's still not my favorite. Okay, here it is with the matte. I think I'm okay with it. I love the sky. I love the print that we made with the Tetra Pak. I think that was great. I like the marks that we got. I really like this netting that happened that I pressed into the print, but it was just giving me fits. I like it better now that it doesn't look like it's just like floating up there, that it kind of almost flows into these black marks and then into these sort of stone marks. So the marks are very similar, but they're not exactly the same. That was really tough for me to work out. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was struggling a bit trying to figure out how to make that cohesive. Um, in all, I think I left a lot of the original print. It was always going to get covered up a little bit. I like these marks through here. Um, I like the flow of it, I think. I really love these black marks that we added, sort of fencing looking things to kind of break it up a little bit. It's very abstract. I have no idea what it is, but I sort of like how it's got a feel about it that's not just this is the sky, this is the land, these are some rocks. You know, it kind of has this sort of, but what's going on here, right? It has that feeling. Okay. I think that's all I got for you today. I'll make sure to link a video in the description to a video I made about how I made the Tetra Pak prints. You might have seen it pop up yesterday. It was a members video that I made public so that you guys can take a look at that and kind of see how I went about this process. It's actually really easy. And let me know if you guys want to see more of the Tetra Pak printing with collage or mark making. Let me know in the comments. Check out this next video that's coming up here in a second, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much. Bye.